Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Sorry. Thought about just delaying, being like, nobody wants to see me stream, right? I know nobody cares. Thought about going ahead and doing the scheduled thing, but it would bump up really awkwardly against the Blizzcon thing. So I figured, screw it. Is this not? Oh, it's not. There we go. There we go. Music was on the wrong playlist. Wrong file, excuse me. Good morning, Loner. Dakota, Cloud of the Stars. What's up, guys? How are things? Hello, Shikor. Now, polemic day was yesterday, man. Today we're right back to no politics ever. Now, the first game we're going to play is called Tactics Ogre. Then we're going to play Final Fantasy XII. Good morning, Electric Pig. Sorry, pulling up a few things on the side here. Oh, I forgot to grab that. God. Yeah, I unintentionally woke up way too early this morning. The first thing I saw when I woke up was someone yelling at me for not updating the website. So I was already in pain, so I figured, screw it, I'll just stay up and finish updating the website. So the website's up to date. Yeah, my audience is pretty awesome, Shikor. And it is pretty awesome that you guys are so said awesome. Except for Django, he's evil. Like pure, he's not evil, but I shouldn't joke about that. He's unusual. Hello, Magister. I'm just kind of chilling right now while I wait for people to slowly stream in. I do have a few things planned for today, other than the obvious restream. Whether or not we'll talk about anything after, it's done, that's going to be interesting. It depends entirely on what they showcase. I mean, it's entirely possible we'll have nothing to talk about. There have been multiple BlizzCons where there have been effectively no announcements, but we'll find out in about 3.5 hours at this point. I've got a bingo card. It's not one I made. Let's see. The bingo card says no new IPs. Yeah, it's probably a gimme. Let's see. What do we got here? Diablo Immortal gets 10 seconds. Nah, it'll get a full thing. I can't wait to learn more about Diablo Immortal. It'll be amazing. Okay, real talk for a second. I am a little bit surprised Diablo Immortal hasn't come out yet. I mean, I hate to be dismissive, but it's a mobile game. Mobile games don't take that long to develop. And it was announced last year. So it was in a showcaseable format a year ago. Where the hell is Diablo Immortal? So I can laugh at it and make fun of it. I shouldn't say that. I would actually probably give it a real attempt, but I don't think I'd like it. I mean, I can almost guarantee I wouldn't like it. They need extra time to maybe get more loot boxes in? I don't know. I mean, that's kind of where we're going with it, isn't it? I doubt it, Speaker, which is unfortunate. But we'll see. By the way, hi Fuzzy Duck, Caspian, Cobrat, Retro Justice, Shadow Machine. Shadow Machine, you're still good for voicing Z-Bolt, right? Just to make sure. I'm up to chapter 12, and he has a couple lines in 11, and I think 9. It's 3 hours and 40 minutes, roughly, Magister. 48 minutes. Give or take. They might have a preamble thing. I'll switch over to that, assuming they do. But otherwise, that's when the actual opening ceremony starts. I got a counter and everything. Why would I hope for a dumpster fire? Allow me to explain. There are two things I would really like out of this. Something that's really awesome, or something that's a total dumpster fire. Because if it's something really awesome, then that's great. And if it's something that's a total dumpster fire, then that's great because it's something we can make fun of. And I know that sounds cruel. It's a way of venting, basically. If something's bad, as long as it's like hilarious bad, right? Then that's like, oh god, that's off. That's oh my god, you know, like you can just poke fun at it. It's the MST3K kind of thing, right? Now, if it's too bad, then it gets into actually horrible territory, which I don't want it to be. But none of that is what I predict. My actual legitimate predictions for this BlizzCon is that it will be very ordinary. Very boring, to be perfectly blunt. And that sucks, because that's neither awesome nor a dumpster fire. Although I suppose that's better than it being truly bad. We'll see. Just to get my predictions out there right now, Overwatch 2, World of Warcraft's new expansion teaser, World of Warcraft 8.3 showcase, and a new Hearthstone expansion. Or is that already out? It doesn't matter. And Diablo 4. Oh, and Pax also would like to add his prediction, which is a Diablo 2 remaster. So there's the predictions. Tessie, I'm glad you're here. Are you going to be here for the next, say, 3 hours? Like, what's your timetable like, my dear? See, I'd say sir, but I can't say that. That's why I said dear. Now I'm second guessing it. Ma'am? Does that work? No, that sounds too formal. You're a dude now, okay? Everyone's a dude. Everyone's a dude. All people are dudes. So, you gonna be on for a bit? Dude. No, that doesn't work either. Hello, Zloke. Yes, spelled D-O-O-D. Oh, it isn't out yet, Black Veil. Okay, so there you go. I was right. So, Hearthstone expansion. There you go. And if I could be bold, all those predictions are just... Really? Oh, well, that's okay, Tessie. That's fine. We don't have to. It was just an idea. See, I figured we'd play some Blizzard games leading up to it, and that was one of the ideas I had, and I meant to mention that to you last night, and I was busy working on something else, but anyways. A year minus 1 day, Lord Harrimont. You can make that joke. I do have a couple games lined up to play, other than the possibility of playing StarCraft. But before we get to playing anything, I have a question. How many of you actually care about Warcraft or WoW? Anyone in chat? It'll be a full review, speaker. First time we've done that. Okay, few people. All right, now how many of you, and I'm not trolling with this, I'm just curious, how many of you think Warcraft at its core is all about orcs versus humans? Now, I'm not raising my hand on that one because I don't agree, but, you know, do any of you out there actually legitimately think that? Oh, Huthor. Perfect. One person. All right. This is for you, Huthor. Uh-oh. God dang it. Really? Hang on. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Nope, still not working. Hang on. No! Quote me if the toss is broken. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Thank you very much. Oh, I lost it. Card thrower. Much obliged and appreciated as always, sir. Thank you. I doubt I'd be a good showrunner, though, honestly. In fact, I doubt I'd be good at anything. But I'll put that towards the I'll decide category. Thank you again. Alright, I wasn't expecting that particular thing, so here, we're going to have to do some weird things here, so give me a second. Okay, just give me a moment. There we go, okay. So let's move this over here, scooch that over there. Hang on, we're having some technical difficulties. Let's just shut this down completely. Move this out. And yes, I use Windows 7. You know, hang on, let's just, let's do this. And then this, and then this. There we go. Alright, now let's do this. Okay. Now that that's been done, how are we doing over here? That's what I thought. Okay, so let's do that. Yep. Okay. So let's get rid of that. Just kind of shuffle that out of the way. Shuffle that out of the way. We're going to be really making this work here.
In the Age of Chaos, two factions battled for dominance. The Kingdom of Azeroth was a prosperous one. The humans who dwelled there turned the land into a paradise. The Knights of Stormwind and the clerics of Norsha Abbey roamed far and wide, serving the king's people with honor and justice. The well-trained armies of the king maintained a lasting peace for many generations.
All of that is not true.
No one knew where these creatures came from, and none were prepared for the terror that they spawned. Their warriors wielded axe and spear with deadly proficiency, while others rode dark wolves as black as the moonless night. Unimagined were the destructive powers of their evil magics, derived from the fires of the underworld.
Hey, remember when there was an actual hell in Warcraft?
Arsenal of weaponry and powerful magic, these two forces collide in a contest of cunning, intellect, and brute strength, with the victor claiming dominance over the whole of Azeroth. Welcome to the world of Warcraft.
Ahem. So who are we, humans or orcs? And remember, the Horde is incredibly, ridiculously evil. And the humans are purely ridiculously good. God, this is loud. Hang on. There we go. That's a little better. Those are the ones you could type. So if I hit O, it'll pull up Orc Campaign.
Black Cat has assigned you to an outpost in the swamps of sorrow. Your task is simple enough that even the war chief feels that you are capable of it. Construct at least 6 farms so that we may keep our troops well fed and ready to do battle. Only a fool would leave his treasures unguarded, so you must also build a barracks for the defense of these farms.
Yes, canonically we're currently Orgrim Doomhammer. Such as it is. Alright. So, this game sucks. Like, this is the worst freaking game. I don't even have words for how bad this game is. This is how you move the map around. There's no, like, move around. You have to click. Has anyone ever played this game? Actually, I have a better question. Has anybody ever not played this game? Because the people who have not played this game are more interesting to me. In fact, I want a very specific... Huthor, seriously, you cannot mean that! Okay, for the time... but you cannot mean that this is a good game now. You can't. There's no way. Like, I can tolerate liking Enterprise. I can tolerate liking BFA. And I forget what else. But you can't mean that this is a good game now. You can't. Oh, Classic. That's the other one. WoW Classic. Alright, anyways, so, let's, how many of you have played modern RTSs? Anybody? Like, say, in the last 20 years. StarCraft 2 totally counts. Warcraft 3 would also count for what I'm going for. I don't understand you, Huthor. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna let it go. Total War Warhammer? Yeah, that counts. That counts. So, plenty of people have. Alright, I want you to tell me how to move a unit. How do you move a unit from point A to point B? Tell me the physical functionality of doing that. Why is this so loud? Okay, click a unit, then click a spot. Okay. I've clicked a unit, and I'm clicking the spot. Clicking the spot. Of course, most of you already know where I'm going with this. So for those of you who haven't played this game, that doesn't exist. Of course I would, Uthor. So, there's actually... This is such a crap game. Okay. You have to specifically click the move command, or hit M, then you can click, and then they move. By the way, this is the pace of the game. This is Warcraft 1. If you want them to attack, you have to hit this. Attack move didn't exist yet, by the way. There's no concept like that. They move blindly. So there's no smart commands. So, okay, simple enough, right? Well, let's go ahead and let's get my two grunts next to each other here. Yeah, Command & Conquer did better than this, too. And Command & Conquer was based on Dune, but... Speaking of which... Alright, so I'm just going to select my two guys here. How do you select more than one person? Yeah, you already know where I'm going with this. Shift. Okay, shift. There we go. Oh my. Okay. Okay, there we go. Of course, the point was I was trying to make was you can't actually shift. Here, hang on. You know, select dragging. You probably can't tell, but I'm trying to select drag here. There's no select drag. It doesn't exist. There's right. There's just that. The party size that you can have together at one time is 4. Now, this is another fun one. In this particular game, this is actually one of my more minor complaints about the game. You actually have to build on roads. So you can't... Oh, excuse me. You have to... Oh, I need more trees. Hang on. Well, I'll just... That's okay, no problem. I'll just go ahead and right-click the trees and start fueling them. Just fueling them. Hang on. Right. Okay, so we'll hit the H button. There we go. Let's go have that. Thank you very much, Ernie. You can't see me, but I'm bowing. Much obliged, sir. Thank you. And if you happen to know where you want to put that, let me know. Oh, speaking of which, you You have a sub to put somewhere else. Yes, you do. You're on the list right there. You can see it, Araniki. So where do you want to put that? Wah! Oh, God. Oh, God. What happened? Oh, my God. Where's the game? There's the game. Okay, there it is. I'm being a little harsh? Now, that's an interesting perspective. And I'm going to go ahead and be real for a second. I don't think I'm being too harsh. I think I'm being too generous. I think these games, and a lot of older games, are garbage. And I think they should be acknowledged as garbage. Not only because we need to know where we've come and how far we've moved as far as development of game technology and the simple philosophy of game design, but also because of the fact that nostalgia plays no part in whether or not I consider a game good or bad. And one of the aspects of nostalgia is saying, well, it's an older game and therefore it should get credence. To which I say, no. Older does not automatically mean worse. There are plenty of older games that are still good. There are actually quite a few games that are old that are good. Now. Like, we've actually discussed this. We've streamed this. We've done this before. So, like, no, I don't think good for its time is a valid defense, personally. Let's go get another peon going. You can only build one thing at a time. Good morning, Bragwin. What's wrong with the capturing? Oh my god. What? Ah, what the hell? Hang on, it's probably that. Nope, that didn't fix it. Okay. How about that? No, that didn't change anything.
Your command, Master.
Oh yeah, by the way, everyone had the same voice actor. Like, everyone had the same voice actor. What is it doing? Why is it doing this? Of course it's worthy of note, Uthor. And in fact, you're using an example I don't know, so I can't actually speak to it. So I don't know what to say about that one. Let me give you an example, Uthor. I think the original Godzilla is a good film now. I think it's a film that's worthy of watching and is enjoyable as of this very moment in time. When did that game come out? Or excuse me, when did that movie come out? Like, I'm sorry. I do not think For the Time is a valid statement as far as the quality of a work. Now, should it be mentioned? Yes, absolutely. Especially if it's something like we talked about when the Mario 1 IDC, where we were talking about concepts of codifying or creation or whatever, right? You know, something that actually allows... I'm trying to think how to... not innovative, there we go. Games or movies or whatever that are innovative, but not good, should be acknowledged, because they were innovative. But they shouldn't be called good, because they're not. You got it, Araniki. Hang on. God, what in the hell? I don't know what's going on with this capture thing. I don't actually want to play this game. This game sucks. Let me put this down to Black Mesa really quick here. And it's screwing with my capture card. So we're just gonna fix that. There we go. There we go. We're better. Everything's better. I was going to actually play a Warcraft 1, but that's causing me some issues, so let's not even try that. That's just... the oldest game that I would say is still great, not just good, but great. I'm not sure. I'd have to think about that. Here, let's have some music while I try to figure this out. No, I could think of older than Chrono Trigger. And I don't think Tetris is that great. So Warcraft 2 is 96. A game I'm not going to mention out loud is 88. That's 86. That's 88 as well. Well, if it makes you feel any better, Huthor, I don't understand your stance either. Like, okay, Huthor, hang on. I just want to make sure I'm getting the right mentality here. So you would look at Warcraft 1 and say, that's a good game, because it was a good game at the time. Not now, just because of a no longer qualifying set of arguments, basically. Because I could get by the idea of good for the time, I just don't agree with it. Like, I could at least understand that. Again, I don't agree with it. Like I said, I can point to a 50s film, what was it, 54? And say, that is a great film. And that, to me, that just makes my point for me, you know? I would also say that Warcraft 1 wasn't actually a great game at the time, to be completely blunt. There's a reason I got more into Command and Conquer than Warcraft. And not just because of Dune. I think I'm going to go with 1988, Super Mario Bros. 2. I think that's as old as I can think of off the top of my head. Like, everything else I'm coming up with is early 90s or later. So let's go and get rid of this. Let's see if we can get this working. Probably not. I would say StarCraft, as in the original StarCraft, is still a very good game. Has its issues. Some have been memed, some not. A proper remake of Warcraft 1 would be awesome. But is never happening. Okay, hang on. So now I gotta figure something out. See, with Love, Julian kind of gets my point. So, I don't hold the music... You'll notice I didn't comment on the graphics. I didn't comment on the fidelity of it. I didn't comment on the music quality. None of that was anything I mentioned. I mentioned the nature of the control and the production and the core gameplay loop. Those were the things I was commenting on as a negative. Although the roads thing I'm actually okay with, but that's neither here nor there. In short, most of what I tend to focus on when it comes to acknowledging these things is design elements rather than technology elements. When we were reviewing Super Mario Bros. 1, I didn't give it a negative for the fact that... I'm trying to think of a good example. Of the fact that it didn't have a world map. Because that hadn't been invented yet. I didn't give it a negative for the fact that it didn't have 3D graphics, or the fact that... I don't know, I can't even think of anything else, but you get my point. The actual tech changes, that's different. The ability to... the physical, literal capacity to do something is different than design elements, which are things that can actually be showcased as happening before these elements, before technology allowed them. Like, you get my point? Let me use a direct example. The ability to skip a cutscene is not a recent invention. The oldest game I can think of that allows you to skip a cutscene is Ninja Gaiden, which is a pretty old game. I'm pretty sure there's actually before that, but I can definitively say skippable cutscenes exist as of Ninja Gaiden 1. Right? Yeah, that's because of the Mac thing, Andre. In other words, the idea there is that that's a concept, not a tech limitation. Make sense? Now, I will admit, and so this is another parallel, when it comes to both sound design, so sound, music, and graphics are things that are usually tied to technology when it comes to review standards. Yet at the same time, I don't fully agree with that. And my reason why is actually very simple. Yeah, it actually is, Huthor, you're totally right. I still think that's a terrible fight scene. Give me just a moment. I didn't have this ready.
You follow me. They all do.
Stop giving me money. This. Okay, do you hear this? Now, of course you know what this is. Everyone in the entire world knows what this is. But my point is, this is a song that was written in the early 80s. This is still a decent song. They weren't able to do... One moment. I'm making my point here, so you gotta give me a moment. I wasn't ready to make this point. So they were not physically capable of doing this. Like, this wasn't possible. No, Apex Hollow. Same composer, by the way. This is the same composer. This was not available. They had to make do with this. But this, the second song, sorry, didn't mean to hit pause again. This song is still a decent song. It's not like the best song ever, but it is, as we were talking about during the In-Depth Classic, this is a very memorable tune, very well designed, very well composed, using its bass elements very carefully and particularly given the limitations of the time. It is still well designed, despite being limited by old. The tech issues don't matter here. This still gets a positive to music because of the way it is applied and designed. Does that make sense? This is my mindset in a nutshell. This is what I'm trying to explain here. This right here is my point. So, I have no problem complaining about problems of older games or movies, as long as it's something that isn't a literal, factual limitation of the actual time or technology or, well, backing in some cases. Now, that being said, I hope to God I never have to review anything before the NES era, because if I look at any Atari game, I'm going to be like, well, this sucks. And we'll be done with the review in about 10 minutes, because most Atari games were designed to be basically 10-minute games or infinite games, which means a 10-minute game. So anyways, sorry, so donation. Hang on, so now let's catch up here. What was that? It was from, I don't know who that is. Who is this person? Thank you, person. And much obliged. Oh, is that you, Vigilant? Okay, it didn't put your name again. I think this is the second time this has happened for you. So as a heads up, it is not listed under Vigilant. But nevertheless, thank you very much, Vigilant. Much obliged and appreciate the support as always, sir. Thank you. And if you give me a moment, I'll jot that down. Hang on. There we go. For Outer Worlds. Really? People were complaining about that? Seriously? That's people. I'm with you on that one. Congrats for winning, though. Anyways, thank you very much, NLG, Arm Devil. Much obliged, sir, and appreciate as always. You know the question I'm going to ask. Anyway, sorry, so all of that being done, let's get back to Blizzard stuff. So now that we got a few people here, I got a question I actually have several questions for all of you. It basically boils down to thoughts about the upcoming BlizzCon. VTMB2, you got it. I guess I just don't... that's the part about you that I've never understood. So let's actually discuss something here. I do legitimately like differences of opinion, but what Huthor's saying is alien speak to me. He's saying that if I was to have a bowl of carrots here, okay, and there's all these carrots and they're all delicious, but there's this one carrot that was specifically designed to make me vomit, like the intention, the deliberate intent and craft into this carrot was designed to make me throw up, okay? And if I'm eating these carrots and then I eat this carrot and I throw up, I think that's a bad thing. Huthor does not. And that is such an alien perspective to me. And that's what I'm trying to understand here. Thank you very much, Yen the Reaper. Much obliged and appreciate, sir. Thank you. And if you happen to know where you want to put that one, let me know. Like, you all want me? Okay, I'll throw up. Okay, there we go. No, I'm not actually doing that. That would probably violate the Twitch terms of service. In fact, I think it actually does violate the Twitch terms of service. So we're not going to do that. You guys want me to get myself banned? That's going to cost you a lot more than $2. Crosscode, you got it. Oh, I should look. Yep, that's a true one. Okay. In the Reaper. I can't type. Well, no, my point isn't about the vomit. So my point is, I have a negative reaction to this. I do not enjoy this. And it was deliberately designed to be something that I don't enjoy. Okay? That's the relevant point. Ergo, to Huthor, I should not look down upon this. Whereas to me, I should, because I don't like it. Like, my perspective is so simple here, I feel weird explaining it. It makes me vomit, so I don't like it. The end? You know? I feel very strongly about this point, if you'll forgive me. Because I often feel that too many people are on both extremes when it comes to older stuff. Older movies, older shows, older books, older games, right? Older music. That's another really big one, okay? I've heard people be like, it's older, therefore it's better, and it's older, therefore it's worse, at both extremes. I've heard both of these my whole life. I need music. Hang on, sorry. Music. Music. Oh, God, I had a playlist. I just destroyed it to make my point. Here, let's just play some Warcraft 2 music. There we go. So, to return to my point, some people seem to think, and to be completely blunt, I don't agree with either of these points. As bizarre as this is probably going to say, my point is that the age isn't even part of the equation. Does that make sense? The age of the game, book, story, movie, whatever, is not even something I factor in. In the calculation in my head of quality, there is no variable for the age of the product. Because I don't care. Does that make sense? And the reason this now, in fairness, this is actually kind of a relatively new idea for me. Sometime, I'd say back in like 2006 or 2007 is when I first came into the thought process. Because I'll come back to graphics in a second, Lord Haremont. Because the two extremes I mentioned, and because of the fact that I look at something like, well, okay, and I started to recognize that it doesn't matter just through experience. There are modern shows that I like, and there are modern shows I don't like. There are old shows I like, and there are old shows I don't like. And it's relative entirely dependent on the quality of the show, not the fact that it has better animation techniques, or the fact that it uses greater fidelity when it comes to its microphones, or the fact that it has more special effects. I don't think Discovery is demonstrably better than TNG just because it's a more modern show, and I don't think TNG is a demonstrably better show than Discovery just because it's an older show. I don't agree with either case. I do actually think TNG is better than Discovery, but that's because of the quality of the show. Now, hang on a second. So Haremont brought up a point I actually meant to make earlier, graphics. Graphics fidelity rarely matters for me, and that's been true since I was a kid. That's never been untrue. I probably owe at least a little bit of that to both my parents, both of whom are geeks of their own various fields. But I tend to appreciate how graphics are used better than the fidelity of graphics. I've actually I keep using that word fidelity because of the fact that fidelity isn't actually about the quality so much as about the general objective realism of a graphical thing, which I know sounds like a strange way to put it. Let me try to put it to you this way. Twilight Princess has better graphics fidelity than Wind Waker. However, I think Wind Waker has better graphics than Twilight Princess. Higher quality. It's the method and way in which the graphics are used that matters to me. I have seen 8-bit games that look better than modern games. And I have seen modern games that look amazing because of the way they use the graphics. Red Dead Redemption 2 looked incredible. And it was specifically because of the way they used it. Right? Like, we kept gushing about the snow at the beginning. You remember that? Yeah, aesthetics to me are so much more important. I think Mega Man 6, I'll use that as a specific example, is a game that looks great now. I think Legend of Zelda Link to the Past is a game that looks great now. Now, that's not 100% true, and this again goes back to the whole pixelated graphics thing. I'm sure Takoida could tell you about this one, because there are plenty of more modern games which are trying to cash in on the 8-bit aesthetic, or the 16-bit aesthetic, to be like, oh, look, we're all retro, without realizing that it takes very careful design to make good aesthetics in that kind of graphics. So there's modern, retro games which actually look like crap. Because there were old games that looked like crap, too. Right? Anyways, hang on. I gotta scroll up. Scroll. Scrolling up. There was a question somewhere. There it is. Wait a minute. Huthor, Lycon just called you the devil. I just thought you should know that. I don't get your question, though, Lycon, if I'm being honest. Actually, that's actually come up before, Lord Harrimont. So, we usually give a negative for one save state, and we've done that for several games. We've actually talked before how if we go back to an older game where it was literally physically impossible to have more than one save, that it would not be a negative. I don't know if we'll ever review a game like that, but that is something that's actually been brought up. Lack of one save state is not an acceptable thing in like the DS era and onwards, basically. Because by that point they had the tech. That there was no longer a physical limitation for them to do something. Oh yeah, BlizzCon, right. We're here to talk about Blizzard. We get into this whole discussion about older games and how Warcraft 1 is a terrible game. And we got into... By the way. Thank you, Dream Whisper. I do have to say something. I don't like having to do this preface, but anytime I say, I think such and such... Or anytime I say, carrots are awesome, do me a favor and just insert the words, it is my opinion that, before anything like that. If you know anything about me, you know I don't even believe in the concept of an objective review or an objective opinion. It's all subjective to me, to some degree, to some extreme or another. So I don't say it because it actually legitimately irritates me to say, in my opinion, Warcraft 1 is a bad game. In my opinion, carrots are good. In my opinion, Godzilla is a good movie. In my opinion, I hate saying that over and over and over. It's a huge pet peeve of mine. So just do me a favor and slide it in there, okay? So, Warcraft 1 is a crap game. Cool. We're cool. BlizzCon. So, BlizzCon, I've talked about that before, weirdos. Well, God, I've completely lost my train of thought at this point. Jesus. So, I mean, I also think World of Warcraft Classic is a crap game. I do. I think WoW Vanilla is not a good game. Go ahead. Hate me. I don't mind. It's okay. Because that at least I can understand. Because you know why I can understand that? Because a lot of people enjoy it. Because black licorice exists. There's a reason I have that concept. There's a reason I have that lorium. It's actually, and this is going to sound so strange to say that, but I think it is awesome that people enjoy black licorice. The world needs more joy in it. I say that all the time, and I mean it. The fact that there are people, like Huthor, I know Huthor enjoys WoW Vanilla. The fact that Castle Zhao enjoys Subnautica Zero, hang on just a moment. That's awesome to me. I think that's incredible. Even before the expansions, I didn't like WoW Vanilla. No, I've talked about that before. I was already sick of the game before I actually got to 60 my first time. Thank you very much, Castlezone. If you give me a moment. Put that to Subnautica. I have decent memories of WoW Vanilla, but most of my good memories from WoW come from BC and onwards. Now, someone asked, when did WoW get good? I don't like saying that. When did WoW become more enjoyable? When did WoW become a good game? Now, obviously, that's a bit of a gradient. And, in my opinion, was a gradient pretty much all the way up to Pandaria, and then it started fluctuating a bit. So, in my opinion, every expansion was better than the previous in certain ways, like as an aggregate, up until Pandaria, and then it started fluctuating. However, I would say that the beginnings of me actually enjoying World of Warcraft were in BC. I have said this before, and I'll say this again. I basically got several of my friends to play WoW again, because they'd all quit. And I had too, actually, when BC came out, because I literally used the argument of, hey guys, it's actually good now. One of my friends was playing a druid. And, you know, really, anybody who's played WoW Classic or WoW Vanilla, you probably understand what I mean by that. I don't feel like I don't even need to explain that, do I? One of my friends played a druid in Vanilla, and then he quit the game. When BC came out, I was like, dude, druid actually has specs now. And he was like, oh my god, I can enjoy playing druid again. Or for the first time, more accurately. I don't think I'd recommend either, if I'm being completely honest, Niscosta, but I would recommend retail if I had to. But then again, I can't stand WoW Classic. If you ask me to recommend a dessert, I'm not going to recommend black licorice. It's just, that's not how that's going to work. Anyways, yeah, I like I said, each expansion I enjoyed a little bit more than the previous. Wrath still actually has a lot of design issues. We kind of just covered this when we were going through the WoW lore run. And a lot of the quests in Wrath are still badly designed, to put that as bluntly as possible. Wrath did, however, move things forward in several significant ways. It introduced the scenario concept, it introduced layering to the game, and it also started really pushing something that WoW hadn't done up until Wrath, story focus. BC and Vanilla both had a massive absence of story focus. There was story there, I'm not trying to say there wasn't, but there was a clear lack of focus on the story and a lot of presentation to the story. So that was kind of a new thing with Wrath. Wrath also, Wrath was also trying to set up Kata, which is funny, because so was BC. And Vanilla. But anyways. Moving on. Then Kata came along, and Kata went full tilt with both layering and moving the quest design both forward and a different direction. Now, I want to explain that really briefly here, because Huthor would be like, oh, quests suck in Kata, and that's his purview to say that, because he's right. He is right that the quest design is different, and he doesn't like that, and that is absolutely his right to say that. Because the quest design in Kata does this. I've talked about this before. You get to a zone, then you do a couple quests, and then you get a go-to a next area in the same zone, and then you get a bunch of quests in that area, and then you get a quest, and then you get this. It's a guided tour kind of a thing. There's a flow to it, as I'd like to call it. There's a flow to the quest design. Now, some people like that, and some people don't. So that's not better, that's just different. The way Kata was better in terms of quest design was they started moving away from, okay, you need 5 zebra tails. Or hooves, excuse me. You need 4 zebra hooves. Kill 15 zebras, and you get 2. Kata was when they actually started to move away from that. And that, I could say, is definitively better, in my opinion. Yeah, 3 hours, 2 minutes, and 39 seconds. Mr. Floyd Pinkerton. So that's why I say Kata was when the quest design moved both better and different at the same time. And they would keep doing that all the way up until Warlords, actually, or Legion, really, now that I think about it. Like nowadays, it is a rare, even in BFA, it is a rare exception where things don't share properly, or things despawn improperly, or things don't drop at a proper rate, or whatever. All of the things that used to be troll ear quests are basically gone in the modern era. Not all of them. There are a few occasional exceptions. But they are the exceptions, not the rule now. Anyways, I'm getting way off topic. BlizzCon! So I got a couple questions. If you... I suppose I am talking on brand here. That's true, Shikor. What, with ignoring reasonability, ignoring feasibility, what would get you most excited about this BlizzCon? Like, imagine the thing that would just really be like, oh my god, that's awesome! If they did it, what would be that thing for you at BlizzCon later today? I feel like I just answered that if I need it. 3 hours, 1 minute, and 13 seconds. I literally have a timer up. That's how I can answer that. So I've seen Warcraft 4, Warcraft 4, Diablo 3, Burning Crusade Classic. Why? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. StarCraft 2 continuation. In what format? StarCraft RPG. Level Squish. Splitting from Activision. I gotta see that one. Diablo 4. Proper Diablo 4. Warcraft 1 and Warcraft 2 in Warcraft 3? That'd be interesting. Diablo 4. New single-player IP. 3 hours, 0 minutes, and 31 seconds, FM Nito. I keep answering you this. My god, man. I know that Twitch is twitchy. Is it just bad today? Is there an event going on? A new IP. Warcraft TV show. Just put up a timer. It's 3 hours, guys. It's 3 hours. It's a matter of opinion, Lycon. Just like everything is. How do you know what's good dessert? What makes a good dessert, Lycon? Single player Warcraft ARPG. Well, Colin Peluso, in 2 hours, 59 minutes, and 47 seconds. Oh, by all means, bring up Hong Kong. That's not controversial. Gotcha, FMNito. I'm sorry. Nope, I'm not going to put the timer up. I'm just going to keep answering you. But yeah, you guys want to talk about Hong Kong, go ahead. That's not controversial. Or rather, that's not forbidden. Diablo 4, which is Destiny, but fantasy. Okay. How was the rest of the stream yesterday? Pretty good. Everything went pretty sweet. Everything was fine. I put the VOD up. That's really all I have to say about that. One moment. Okay, pardon me. So, I've seen a lot of answers that I expected. I've actually asked this of most of my friends, too. I think I'm the only person who wants what I want, and that's okay. I can accept that. Hi, Saffron. I can accept that I'm the only person who wants what I want. I'm the weirdo. Makes me a little sad, but it's okay. I get it. I get it. I want them to branch out. Like, I want them to do different things. I want new genres of existing IPs. I want them to make new, fun, interesting games. I want a StarCraft city builder. I want a Warcraft 4X. I want a Diablo town management sim. I want a single-player RPG set in Overwatch. Or an XCOM. Actually, no, I take that back. Let's do an XCOM set in Overwatch. Possible to say what, Nascosta? What do you mean? Oh, they'll never do any of that. They will never do any of that. I suppose I'm also making a side point. I mean, I am admittedly insulting myself here in Nascosta. I've come to grips with the fact that, you know, I am in the minority, and that's, you know, that sucks, but it's okay. With regards to what I want out of game design. But yeah, they will literally never do any of that. None of that is it's not even on the table. It's not even in consideration. You know what they'll make? They'll make Overwatch 2. They'll make Diablo 4. They'll have a new WoW expansion. Hearthstone will get a new expansion, and that's it. That's what will happen. That's reality. None of that excites me anymore. I hope to God. That's not true, Mr. Floyd Pinkham. That's CK2. I hope to God, I really do, that I'm wrong. I hope, well, not literally God, but you know what I mean. I hope that there is something today that will actually be exciting and interesting to me, but there won't be. StarCraft is dead. StarCraft is super dead. So, Nascosta, to return to your point, Nascosta, do you know what Final Fantasy 15 A New Empire is? Oh, dude, yeah, like a Left 4 Dead Vermintide thing. That would be awesome. You've never heard of a new... Okay. Okay, it's a really crap MOBAge game. Okay, let's just summarize here. If you knew, it would be more relevant, but let's just summarize. That game made $30 million in a month. Okay? Now, I have to... At a certain point, I have to look at that and say, well, clearly I'm the one who's wrong. Because I look at that, and that, to me, seems wrong. Not incorrect. Morally, functionally wrong. And yet, it's true. That game makes tons of money. So at some point or another, I have to acknowledge that I'm obviously the one who is incorrect. And that's the mentality I was talking about in this goes to. Let me give you another example. Tons of people are playing WoW Classic and loving it. So obviously, I'm the one with the problem there, right? Let me use an even more extreme example. How many people play Fortnite? Or League of Legends? Or PUBG? I mean, we're just kind of going back in time a little bit here. So this is the point I'm making, Nascosta. Somewhere along the line, I just realized that, yeah, no, the stuff I want is not the stuff that is financially feasible. And that's just how it is. So yeah, I would spend so much money. I would drop $60 right now. I know that's not a lot of money to some people. On a StarCraft city builder game. Just think about it for a second. You could play Protoss, Terran, or Zerg. I would want it to be scenario based. So there'd be a sandbox mode, of course, but I would want scenario stuff like Frostpunk, right? You are trying to build up this town because it's the lost outpost of Aranok or whatever. I forget the name of the place. And Praetor Phoenix has just left, and you got to try and make sure that this place is just stuff, right? No, I know, Tessie. I know. Because, it actually kind of irritates me. Every time someone says that, good games aren't made anymore, I always have the rejoinder of, yes, they are. Dragon Quest Builders 2 came out this year. Bam. Point made. I mean, I could keep going, but I don't have to. That is one definitively good game that is not overflowing with microtransaction garbage or live service design predatory practice garbage or loot box garbage or anything. There you go. Good game. Shadowbringers came out this year. Devil May Cry 5 came out this year. Resident Evil 2 came out this year. Remake. But at the same time, I do have to acknowledge, in reality land, that there's just more money in that. I'm trying to think of how to say it without just adding the word vomit to it. Let's just call it the vomit market. There is just more money in the vomit market. There just is. This vomit carrot makes tons of money. I don't know why. I don't get it. Even like from a purely just divorcing myself from opinion perspective, it still makes no sense to me. But this makes a ton of money. That is a factual, proven truth, demonstrable truth. Anyways, I'm sorry, we're getting way off topic here. So that, we're just vomiting all over the place today. So that is why I'm not super excited about BlizzCon, but I was curious of what you guys were wanting and what you guys were interested in. Yes, mind control is still wrong. Even if I had this level of power, I still wouldn't do mind control. Now, who knows, Baron? Second question about BlizzCon. What do you actually think will be announced? Like, in reality land, what do you think is going to be announced? In 2 hours, 50 minutes, and 40 seconds. StarCraft Immortal. No! No! Yeah, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that the things that I mentioned, which are the things that were probably deliberately leaked, are the things that will actually be showcased. Diablo 4, Overwatch 2, WoW 8.3, WoW expansion, Hearthstone expansion. This is the stuff right here. They might show off Rebelto. He's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind that. They might show off a bit of Warcraft 3 Reforged. It's not ready to go yet, so it would probably just be a showcase. You know, blah, blah, blah. If they're good, then that's awesome, Arsky. That really is the core point. The whole point I was making earlier about Mario Brothers 1 and Warcraft 1 was that what really matters to me at the end of the day is if it's good. Now, I'm going to ask you a real question. I'm just going to drop everything here. Let's kill the music. Hang on. Real question. Do you think, legitimately and honestly, that Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2 and whatever the next WoW expansion will be good for you, by your opinion, by your perspective? Because if you're paying attention, what I'm actually asking is, do you have faith in the development team to make a product that will still be very good without being dragged down by external stimuli? That's the core question I'm asking. Thank you very much, Rebelto. Much obliged the sub, sir. Thank you. If you want to put that towards something else, let me know. You know what? Hang on. Give me a moment. I'm actually curious. I really am. Do you mind if I throw up a poll? Give me a second. So... Now, I'm going to allow multiple answers on this, so you can fill in as many of these as you want. I've put an option here for each of the major announcements, and whether you think that specific game will end up being good or bad. And I'm honestly legitimately curious. I'll go ahead and vote myself, because I have a stake in this too. And there's my vote. I am legitimately curious, if you don't mind sharing. There's nothing here. This is just for the sake of curiosity, guys. I'm honestly curious. Because, I mean, anybody who's been a gamer for the last 30 years, we've been here before, haven't we? More than once. I will say net positive, sure, Andre. Good is usually the least good I qualify as something. In other words, good is as bad as good can get before it gets neutral. It's like a +1. That is a lot of votes. Oh, it's counting each vote separately, that's why. So it's actually more like 30 votes, but still. What if Blizzard announces a new IP? Alright, anyway, so. As I was saying, we're in reality land right now. Here's another point. Now, this is part of what I mentioned about the... This goes back to what I was saying about how what I want isn't what other people want. How many of you would actually want a StarCraft FPS? Let's assume it's good. Now, this is the realm of speculation, but we have someone was mentioning in my Discord. I think it was actually you, Huthor, mentioned that it seems likely that the reason they pulled the plug on the recent StarCraft FPS, the second one, was because people just aren't interested in that. Like, there's no market for it, right? Now, we could argue the rights and wrongs of that for a while, but it's a valid perspective. It's a valid thought process. If their intended market is the vomit market over there, then that kind of game isn't going to fit in that market, not unless it's a Battle Royale game, which is deliberately trying to cash in on that particular market. Have I lost faith in Blizzard? Yeah. Like, I'm sorry for saying that so bluntly, but yeah, I lost faith in Blizzard, like, a while ago. I quit WoW. I don't know what else to say about that one. I've been playing WoW since the alpha. I had been playing WoW since the alpha. Gotta use the past tense now. Well, now that's an interesting question, Lord Harrimont. Yes, this is Warcraft music. I don't have a quick answer for you, Lord Harrimont. Basically, the answer is yes and no. There we go. There's the quick answer. Actually, a little bit of both, Magister. Although mostly on the story axis. Lord of the Clans, HD Edition. No, Zetzler. I guess that counts, Shikor. Now, okay. While we're in the realm of just giving out opinions on how horrible I am, like, since I'm just kind of venting everything here. You know, yesterday was polemic day. Let's just kind of keep getting all of the dirty air. If you want to stop watching me, I'm going to keep giving you excuses for it. I think Overwatch is a... Well, no, I can't say that. I think Overwatch has the potential to be a good game, but isn't. I think I would actually go so far as to say I think Overwatch is leaning towards a bad game. It shows promise. There's some legitimately good potential there. But yeah, as Dakota says, I think Overwatch is a tech demo. It's a good tech demo. There's some really great potential there. But I don't think the actual game, as it is playable in a factual format right now, is a good game. What would WoW have to do to get me back? I've actually been asked that multiple times. You know what? I don't have an answer for it. I really don't. What they did is not something that can be undone. It's just something that they can make something good to make up for the bad. WoW already punched me. They can't undo the punch. The punch has already happened. So... Oh, absolutely, Brother Christoph. That is how that works. You do have to tell me, because I track this stuff manually. But I'll put that towards Banjo-Kazooie. And thank you for the sub, sir. What was the punch WoW gave me? I have no simple answer to that question. I don't. It's not like I could point to one thing and say that one thing. And to be perfectly honest, I've talked so many times about my problems with BFA's story. I don't want to get into it again. Is that okay? Can we just skip over that? Here's my summary. BFA's story. There you go. That's my answer to you. There are many issues I have with the story in BFA. And I suppose I would say specifically it's mostly on the character and plot side of things. Because... as I've said many times, to speak positively about BFA, the regional stories are great, for the most part. Like, going through the Zuldazar zones, that was awesome. Like, I actually really enjoyed Zuldazar zones. And I really liked one of the Alliance zones. And I liked many of the new characters. There were a lot of new characters they introduced, and most of them were actually pretty awesome. But the main plot arc... and a lot of the character stuff they've done for existing characters has not been stuff that I enjoy. And that's the simplest and nicest way I can put that. Because it was so bad for me that I walked away from it. Make of that what you will. They're just all over Platinum Pineapple. Quest stuff was good. Dolly and Dot are my best friends. They pull me across the dunes of sand. Anybody? No. Okay. So yeah, no, I have no faith in Blizzard. None. Zero zip zilch. And I feel weird saying that. But the last thing that Blizzard made that I liked, I think, was actually Legion. So, make of that what you will. I think so, Dream Whisperer. Alright, let's look that up really quick. Let's look up release dates. So that was August 30th, 2016. So 3 years ago. And Legacy of the Void was so earlier. So yeah, no, yeah. WoW Legion was the last thing I liked from Blizzard. As I've said before, and again, this is part of that whole, you know, I'm wrong mentality. I'm pretty sure Blizzard has just moved to a point where I'm not the same... I'm not the target audience anymore for Blizzard. I've said that before, and I've said that again. I really do think that Blizzard has just moved to the point where I am no longer their target audience. Now, I could be mean. I could be cynical. I could be a dick. But I don't like being mean, and I don't like being a dick. And I'm cynical every day. So, moving on. You know what? You're right. Let's play... Let's play something else. Kind of an older game. I like Blizzard games. How many of you have played this game? How many have heard this game? I know, Platinum Pineapple, it's so ridiculous. I rented this one. I do have a physical copy now, but back in the day I only rented it. I never heard of Blizzard, so it wasn't a watch list game for me. The Sarlacc's Keep, deep in the heart of Tool. Yeah, maybe I'm just old, Uthor. Maybe that's it. I don't know. God. What is your bidding, sire? King Vlaros makes his last stand tonight at Stone Fist. Order a full attack and leave no survivors. And bring me the Lightstone. Go now, and keep safe my prize. Totally not orcs. Stone Fist, south of the Borderlands. Okay, in the interest of... I'm kind of pseudo-making fun of this, but really, this is actually pretty neat looking for the time. Like, this is straight up, you know, most of the old PC RPG point-and-click games. Although the actual gameplay, well, we'll get there, because it's very unique. It's hard... If you haven't played this game, it's hard to really describe the gameplay. I'll do my best here. I remember that day well. My father's last words echoing forever in my mind. Kyle, my son, you must take the Lightstone and hide amongst the Earthlings. Guard it with your life, for if it should fall into Sarlacc's evil hands, all will be lost. With time you will grow strong, and someday you will return to Tool to fulfill your destiny. That was 20 years ago. Ah. 2 hours, 35 minutes, 8 seconds. Oh my god. It's a white light of doom! I have no idea, Baron. So this is the gameplay. So... Yep, nope. It's Prince of Persia. See, the thing is, it's Prince of Persia with cover-based shooting. Like this is me going into cover. I'm not actually kidding. This is me in cover here. Sorry, I'm remembering the buttons. You have to give me a second. So, this is such a 90s game, isn't it? This is so 90s. We are a badass dude with the tank top shirt and the torn jeans and a shotgun. And we've been summoned to the alien world because we're the son of the ancient prince, dude. To rescue the people from the orcs. It's just, really? Oh yeah, by the way, that's where we keep our gun, in the back of our pants. Now, you know how I also know this is an 80s game? Or excuse me, 90s game? Sorry. Well, you can free people, or, Are you the chosen one? I suppose that's true. You can't actually free them, but... Yes, this is Dude of Persia. God dang, I'm trying to remember how to run. Oh, that's how I do that. Sorry, I'm still remembering the buttons. You gotta forgive me. It's actually been a long time since I played this. So yeah, we can also shoot behind ourselves like that. With this is a shotgun. Have you ever shot a shotgun before? Because I have. I nearly dislocated my shoulder. Now, I'm obviously not going to play this whole game, but I do want to spoil something for you. We're going to... there we go. Over the course of this game, we get explosive rounds, auto fire, and I don't remember what else, actually. But by the end of the game, we literally have an automated shotgun. By the end of the game. I'm also stuck. I don't actually know what to do now. It really has been a long time since I've played this game. There's the button. Okay. I free you from the torment of life. Oh yeah, right. So, okay. So we just soft-locked the game, kinda. We're trapped, we can't progress. And you're probably thinking, oh my god, that's bad game design. Well, they knew you could build yourself into a corner in this game. So you can just restart any level at will. Kind of like those old puzzle games, where if, you accidentally pushed the block against the corner, you're screwed. We can also do this. So, I can't bear to look at them as I brutally murder them. But it's okay. They shall be spared from the torment of the living. It's extremely well animated. I would go so far as to say that this is a decent game. However, I don't actually know that because I haven't played it in a long time. I am willing to bet that this is actually a decent game, though. So notice the orc's in cover, then he pops out of cover. So let's demonstrate the cover-based shooting here. Cover. Oop. Oh yeah, they also laugh when they shoot you. Totally not an orc. Oh yeah, Warcraft 1 is just the best game ever made. We all know this. Why do you think that, Nymph? Of course they got guns. Why wouldn't they? You should see the boss, or I guess boss, singular in this game. Be free! Free at last. Take this potion, brother. Oh yeah, we're also wearing sunglasses. Underground, at night. Oh, and we also have 90s Superman hair. And if you don't know what 90s Superman hair is, I envy you, sir. Be free! He shot me, but I got him back. What's actually funny to me, so obviously they have to have escalation of enemies. I mean, that's a pretty duh thing, right? Oh yeah, by the way, here's our items. So they have to have escalation of enemies. So they start off with the big evil orcs that conquer the world. Later on, it's actually the traitor humans that are much harder, for some reason. Like, that's just weird to me. You'd think if the humans were better than the orcs to begin with, they wouldn't have had to go traitor and lose to the orcs, but whatever. The hell do I know? Therian Rin with a shotgun. Actually, I like that idea, too. Fwabuzga. To escape bombs, it is better to avoid than to be nimble. I agree, my brother. Rest easily now, you beautiful young prince. Wait, I need a one-liner. Quick, give me a one-liner. Anybody. Stick around. Hasta la Orksta, baby. Oh, hang on. For Narnia. Oh yeah, almost all the weapons are hit scan and weapons, by the way. Such as that can be considered given the circumstances. Okay, I got one. Whoops, that's the wrong button. It's the wrong button. Hang on. Damn it. Oh, you're doomed, Colin Peluso. Okay, I may have to actually, like, reset him a little bit there. There we go. It's just been revoked. Ah, damn it! So you can't climb when you have the shotgun out, so you gotta get... Oh my god, I'm gonna die here. Holy crap. Ah! Super dead. Well, I've been defeated. By trying to give a one-liner. Oh, yeah, hang on. Okay, we'll do it here. Ahem. It's just been revoked. To a green-skinned orc, no less. Whoops, wrong button. Oh, bull crap. As the legends foretold. Whoops. Oh, you can't run. It's just... yeah. Oh, I will be able to eventually, Takoida, but yeah. The intention now is, as you say, to try and bait them. Yeah, there's no ammo. No, you have a shotgun, dude. Why would you need ammo? Oh, that was my mistake. I'm against organized crime. Do I still have the potion? Nope, I lost the potion because I died. Ironically. That, and I just lost a bomb because I'm an idiot. I came here to chew orcs and eat bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Oh, hey, there's the slaves. Hey, slave dude. If only I had a bomb, I could escape the guard. Fear not, my friend. Power to the Endrothi. Take this bomb. Thank you, friend. Of course not, Colin Peluso. Why would I ever execute my fellow man? No. Oh my god. There we go. There are 0 penalties for killing them. None. Okay. What is, Magister? You don't like brutally murdering people for no reason? Because edgelord. I make fun. I do believe this is a decent game, I think. Like I said, it's been a while. Oh, what's this guy have to say? If you want to escape, blow out the power generator with this bomb. Thank you, friend. And now... Wait. I'll let Magister decide. What is this man's fate, Magister? Is it the Y button or the A button? And I'm not going to tell you which does which. Is it the Y or the A? Yeah, by the way, your idle animation is just throwing ammo into the shotgun. A button? You got it. He lives. Yeah, the control scheme isn't great, if I'm being honest. That's why it was taking me a little bit to get used to it there. What's this guy's fate, Magister? The laser field keeps us trapped. It is hopeless. You know what the A button does, but what does the B button do? Should we try the B button, Magister? Very well. The Y button shoots behind you, so he is also spared. See, Magister's pretty cool. He claims to be all evil, but he's actually a good person. When did can someone look up when this came out? I don't actually remember. Like, I can remember where I was at in life when I played this game, but that was like forever ago. Yeah, early 90s. I slipped something into his rations. He's out cold. Okay. Well, I strongly suggest you move. Well, I just sloth-locked because he was in the way of the bomb. So, give up? Yep. Oh god, it's all the way back here. Did he just kill that guy with the... Yeah, okay, anyways. So yeah, you don't actually have to fight people, by the way. You can just walk right by them. I mean, I suck at the game, too. That's worth noting. Oh my god, it's the great and powerful force field! If only I had some way through it, but alas. Come on. Come on, Gabe. There you go. I mean, if you ever played Prince of Persia, you know how unforgiving that game really is. Good God. So yeah, that path we actually need the force field thing for. Let's just unequip that. Pull this out, and shoot him! See, they don't know. The game keeps track of where they are, even if you're not on the screen. But their AI can't actually acknowledge you unless you're on the screen. So, you see that bomb? Yeah, that could still cause issues, basically. There's also ways to literally kill enemies from off camera. Which I'm not going to do because I don't want to waste bombs. But it's a possible thing to do. No, I need to get the guy first, that's right. Come on, turn around. He might actually see me. Hang on, let's go over here. I'm over here now. I am over here. Now I am way over here. It's totally not a troll. He just has... He's larger than an average orc, has giant tusks, is more powerful than a regular orc. Like, it's totally not an orc, okay? Come on. Wow. He's just... Okay, sure. Oh, there we go. That's our opening. Run! So anyways, I'll take that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Trolls! Teenage Mutant Ninja Trolls! Wait, where's the key card? Hey, give me the key card, or I'll kill you. Oh, there it is. Okay, no more killing. Oh yeah, that's the thing that could happen. Use some sort of device to activate the bridge. Thank you. Yeah, this is truly what will make the this will be what makes BlizzCon right here. It'll be amazing. Yeah, the game is more forgiving than Prince of Persia. That's why I mentioned earlier that Prince of Persia is ridiculous. Because this is not. Okay. I'm gonna save state because I don't feel like doing all that all over again. For no reason. Thank you for the bomb. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and blow this. Yes, this is Harrison Jones right here, Cobra. Just for you, Crazy Norse. I killed Harrison Jones. So, last time, you made me soft lock. No, you can't, Delogue. For once, like I've talked about this before, limited inventory does have its place, and I think it works okay-ish here. Well, I heard about the Farmer's Insurance. Oh wait, no, it wasn't Farmer's Insurance. That was another one. Mitsubishi, that's who it was. They lost Mitsubishi, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. They lost a Taiwanese sponsor. Holy crap. shock. More shock, you know. Okay, so you may remember this spot. We were just here. Oh, right. I need to do... I think... Hang on, let's save. That. There we go. He was fine to quit. He's got other things on his mind, okay? Like, it's been a long day, and he just wants to get home, we get a pile of gruel. Hold up. They lost Mitsubishi. Do you have a source for that, Gnarlex? Do you mind sharing? Some waterfalls have passages behind them. Look closely. Oh, God! You know what, let's just realized, you know what, I can get under that easily. Alright, what are you linking me, Gnarlex? What do you got here? Blackthorn, Tastenhauer. 0 for me, Nymph. I'm curious, Huthor, if you're still there, I'm curious what your HOIP level is for Blizzcon, because I know you're excited. I don't see what you're talking about, Gnarlex. Sponsor lost because they don't want to be attached to anti-Chinese sympathy. I'm not saying anything about that. Either way, it does look like... I mean, Mitsubishi's out. We knew that. And it has been since confirmed. Although I don't see any, like, a real official statement about it. Which is weird. Like, people have reached out to Mitsubishi, and Mitsubishi hasn't responded. But they have pulled themselves from multiple streams already on the esports circuit. God. Sorry, I'm looking at an earnings report from Blizzard Activision really quick here. I'm looking for a specific point. I'm not seeing it. I might not actually be on here. Hey, Raptor 1. See, that's why I'm hoping for the dumpster fire, Roberto. Because then we get memes and amusements. Ah, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. So how much this is significant is up to you, but in the last quarter, Blizzard Activision made 12% of its income just from China. Just... Yikes. Anyways. Ah! It's okay. Waterfalls hide secrets. Eyes of Skull, etc. Hey, what's this guy have to say? If only I could steal a levitator. Fear not, my friend. You are levitated into the grave. I'm not good at this. Oop, I hit the wrong button. Well, that's why I was just kind of curious about it, Dakota. Because, I mean, it's not as significant as I would think. It was like 59% was the amount that came out just in States sales. So, again, make of that what you will. I found the elevator switch. But you'll not live to see it. Wait, why did he want the elevator switch for this? Yeah, everyone looks like an orc, man. It's not my fault. So you can die from falling, by the way. I'm actually surprised it hasn't happened yet, but it is possible. See, he exactly, Platinum Pineapple. He knows that going forward, there's going to be... Oh, God. He knows that going forward, there's going to be the traitor enemies, and they're going to suck. Yes, it was Dakota, quite literally. I should know. I have died so many times. I don't think I've ever beaten Prince of Persia. I've seen the end of it. So I might have beaten it, but I don't really recall beating it, you know? Okay, I'll stop killing innocent people. Jeez. Like, I've gotten past the first sword guy, but then you get past that and it's like, then the game's like, oh yeah, so all of that before now, that was the tutorial. It's like, what? That was the tutorial? Oh yeah, there's also the timer. Jeez, that frickin' game. That would be a good example of a game that's not actually all that good anymore. Just, you know. Let's Blizzcon. Hang on. Two hours, 3 minutes, 8 seconds. Ah, you're right. We shouldn't play this dumb, boring game. Nobody likes dumb, boring games, right? Am I right? Because I disallowed it from being funded, Roberto. You know how old this game is? This game was made before they were called Blizzard. This was by Silicon and Synapse. God, look at these guys. They just... wow.
Ouch! Whoa!
They have sound options. When did this game come out? Can someone look up when this game came out, please? Okay, I didn't actually mean to turn this music off. 1993. Yeah, they have sound options in a 93 game. So this game kinda sucks. And I'm gonna explain why. This is how this game plays. That's it, that's the reason.
Shred is dominating the race. Snake was lost out there. Viper fades into last. Rip is about to blow. Snake powers up. Shred fades into last.
Although voice clips are awesome. I'm not actually sure who's speaking here, given how old this is. They only had like 3 employees back in the day.
Rip fades into last. Snake powers up. Rip is about to blow.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, you ever play RC Pro-Am? Yeah, I suck at that too. Whoops, that was a bomb, apparently. This is basically the first Blizzard game, yes. You can kind of see why it's a Blizzard game. Like, I know that sounds like a weird thing to say, but you can see the beginnings of Blizzard in a lot of these early games.
Snake is dominating the race. Rip was lost out there. Snake scores a first place knockout. Viper finishes second. Rip is a weak third. Shred is in another time zone.
What in the world? One moment, please. that. In about 5 seconds, Electric Pig. Do I have Lost Vikings on here? I might. Ah, there it is. Here's the other one. No, I do not, Pika. I do not think it'll be a disaster. Oh, this was even earlier than the racing game. This is 92. So is this their actual first game? I don't remember off the top of my head. My name is Eric the Swift, and I can run like the wind and leap tall huts in a single bound. Time for me, Balog, and Olaf to go hunting. Guys, I have a bad feeling about this. So, this is how this game is unique. Right here. There's 3 characters. Each of them do different things. And you can switch between them at will. So yes, this is what Grand Theft Auto 5 was ripping off of. Now, he's the jumper. He's the only one who has an attack. And he's the only one who has the ability to defend. That's the gimmick right there. Will BlizzCon be censored? Probably no more than it usually is. For the record, I actually rather like this game's concept. I just don't know if I like the game proper. It's been a while. Is there a Q&A? Of course there is. But Q&A has always been vetted. That's nothing new. Nope, nope, okay, yep, okay. Ah, okay. Oh, god dang it. Oh, time to die. The end. Yeah, this is the kind of game concept I would love to see in a modern game. You know, with better gameplay, basically. Because I do think the core concept is really neat. Let's try that again. Sword Guy's chin is very chinny. Like, a very chinny chin, you might say.
Oh, welcome. Pay close attention. Hopefully you'll learn something.
Hang on. What? Wasn't ready. It's from Arathrabo. Thank you very much, Arathrabo. Much obliged and appreciate, sir. Thank you. And I will go ahead and jot that down. Towards Age of Decadence. That wasn't a... That was an employee, Ruth Peleg, who said that. That's part of the problem. That's one of the reasons why that was such an issue. Don't you guys have phones? Was someone who worked at Blizzard. So, no, they don't really vet their own employees. Maybe they should. Yeah, Mike Morhaime, I think, was the very last one. And, yeah. Say what you will about Mike. I liked him. He... For all his many flaws, and he did have many... The man gave a damn. Let me just put it that way. The man gave a damn. And I always respected that. He had no charisma, no presentation value, but the guy gave a lot. He really cared about making great games. And he'd been that way since this game! Oh yeah, by the way. Blizzard-style humor. Right there. There you go. Enjoy it. Soak it in. That's a good point, Dakota. That just keeps happening to us. It really is, Dakota. I'm almost sad we stopped having vampires, but, you know, whatever, I suppose. Oh, that worked. But that wasn't... Like, okay, hold up. Unless I'm an idiot, Ruth Peleg, which I am, to my knowledge, that wasn't part of a Q&A thing. Like, not really, not in the strictest sense. That was... The guy was responding in the heat of the moment, not to a question, but to general audience response. I mean, I guess that was actually part of the Q&A table, but it's not like someone said, "You suck," and then his planned response was, "Don't you guys have phones?" Right? Like this, he just kind of said that in the heat of the moment, and then, you know, it was exactly what you'd expect from that. Because it was really the wrong thing to say. Now, granted, I don't remember exactly, because, you know, duh. Yeah, basically, if you say, "You're breathtaking," this is the other side of that. Okay, so I am correct then, in that case. Yeah, so again, I don't get your point, Ruth Peleg. The guy's response was unscripted and probably shouldn't have been said. Funny how that works out. The Horde means nothing, clearly. Was he fired over that? To my knowledge, no. Although people on both the Hearthstone and HOTS team left the company, so that's nice. Nope, wrong guy, wrong guy. Whoop. I mean, if your point is, why didn't he have a planned response for that? The answer is he did. If you're wondering why he still said it anyways, it's because he's a moron. Like, I don't have anything else to add to that. I kind of already knew that, if we're being honest. I don't know what I think about it yet, Browse. Other than the fact that I imagine that it's a desperate attempt to get interest back, because everyone knows that Wrath is the most publicly popular expansion in WoW. No. Blizzard's doing fine financially. Blizzard made lots of money. They always make lots of money. That's how it works. This genre, this is technically a puzzle game. That would be what this qualifies as. Really? Well, anyways. I think that's all the big ones. Pretty sure, anyways. Let's go and bow out of that. Yeah, Blizzard's fine. Activision Blizzard's fine. I should actually call them that. Yeah, that's a good point. Trine definitely kind of is the same subgenre as this one. But yeah, hopes for Warcraft? I don't have any hopes for Warcraft. I don't say that to be cynical or negative. I just don't have any hope for Warcraft. Make of that what you will. And what I really want is to figure out how to get this into windowed mode. I gotta share this one. This is kind of amusing. Mildly amusing. Star Citizen is a scam. Not a deliberate scam, but it is a scam. It is a black hole of money that will never produce an actual game as predicted or designed. Where the hell? Here we go. I'm trying to get something working here. Give me a second. That's true, Aspros. Who knows? Like I've said this for a while. I hope that somehow this will actually be a good BlizzCon. I just don't expect it. I mean, how could it be, right? But it wouldn't be the first time I was, you know, cynical about something and ended up being wrong. You never know. Alright, where's D-Draw? D-Draw, there it is. Yeah, pretty much, Lord Harrimont. I have no hype and no hoip for this one. Let's put it that way. There we go. Okay, maybe this will work. Let's find out. Nope. That didn't work. Hang on. And yes, there are several Chinese companies that have investment in Activision Blizzard, along with like 30 other gaming companies. It's hardly unique to Activision Blizzard. Yeah, Tencent has a lot of fingers and a lot of pies. It's actually kind of scary, if I'm just being blunt. Like, I don't even mean that jokingly. It is kind of scary how much influence Chinese governmental controlled companies have influence on Western gaming companies. It's just, what in the hell? Why is this not working? Maybe it's because of that. Let's try this. And yeah, it's also not just video games. Well, at this point, it's not just anything. Why is this not working? It makes the money speaker. Am I scared of China? No. Do I expect real StarCraft news? No. Are there good games from China? I don't know of any, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. Why is it not? Hang on. Oh. So I'm trying to diagnose this. Which one? Cloud of the Stars? Not that I'm going to play it. Unless you guys fund it. Well, yeah, obviously there's the, what do they call those? It's totally, they took another game and then replaced like 3 sprites and 2 names and then they released it. I can't remember what those are called. There's like a term for that. Shovelware, I guess, but it's not really shovelware, so never mind. Revamp? Clones? This is actually worse than clones. This is pretty much like rip-off, like full-on rip-off territory. Like Saints Row 1 is not a rip-off of Grand Theft Auto 3. The stuff I'm talking about is straight-up rip-offs. Asset flips, I guess, works. I usually think of that as describing a different thing, though. Why is this not working? Chinese knockoff? I mean, yeah, that's kind of the terminology. Yeah, I talked about that during my Lore Week tasting hour. Tostin hour, excuse me. Maybe this will help. Nope. The Lore Runner browses a forum trying to get a game working. Exciting stream here. Why is this not working? Let's just try to do this manually. See if that works out. Nope. What in the world? Well, I was going to play Warcraft 2 for you, but I can't get it working. And I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I even installed the fan patch to allow it to work, and it's just, it's no different. Nothing has changed. No, Warcraft 3 is even harder to get working, believe it or not. Colossal pain. Hello, Finger Muffin. Let's try this. Nope. Skippable cutscenes. The first thing I found for that was a TV series, Cloud of the Stars. Please don't fund that. Have I tried turning it off and on again? Many times, yeah. Thank you for asking, though. So apparently there is, in fact, one good game that has come out of China. Oh, here we go. Hang on. I think I might have found it. This is it, guys. This is the great mystery of golden, glorious, awesome something. Aha! Aha! Okay. Oh, whoa. That's buggy as hell. That's just weird. Is chat? I lost chat. Where's chat? Oh my god, I actually lost chat. There it is. There's chat. Okay, you're over there now. What in the world? The things I do to make this stuff work for you guys. Okay, hang on. This is gonna get weird for a second, because I gotta do something really weird to make this work. I think we're up here. Thank you, Big Red Cass. Much appreciated, sir. Thank you. Do you happen to know where you want to put that? As far as funding for a future run? If so, you can be like, whoa. And I'll do it. Okay, I think... Nope, I'm wrong. I'm an idiot. I should have guessed that I was an idiot. But I was too stupid to. There we go. Okay. Alright, tell me what you want to put it towards quick. Did they ever give the reason not to host the Overwatch party? Not that I'm aware of, no. They have been very quiet about why they did that for ever since it happened. So, your guess is as good as mine. Well, you got it, Big Red Kaz. Thank you. Okay. Orcs are humans. Hey, Pillars of Snow. What's up? What the heck is this game, and why are you emailing me about it? Go away. The orcs are the best. We all know this. Truly. Actually, hang on. Let's do one thing real quick here. That's not going to work. How do I... I'm not going to be able to do this, am I? Nope. Screw it. Actually, they did that in Warcraft 1, Takoida, believe it or not. That actually is a troll. In fact, that is specifically a... Oh, I can't think of the tribe all of a sudden. I can't think of the tribe. Amani, thank you. The Amani. God. It's funny how different the map is.
Preparing to launch an assault against the mainland of Lordaeron. Orgrim Doomhammer, war chief of the Orcish hordes and ruler of the Blackrock clan, has ordered you to establish a small outpost on Lordaeron's southern shores. To secure the Zuldare region as Doomhammer demands, you will need to construct a barracks and several farms to feed your troops. Your success may help us determine the extent of the pathetic human defenses and what resistance they can offer against our forces.
This is the voice actor they had for most of the early stuff. I can't think of his name. He actually quit the company shortly after Warcraft 3 to go do his own thing. To make a completely failed game. I can't think of his name. I can't think of anything's name right now. God, where's my brain? I've been trying to solve the issues here so much. Okay, so... I do have to admit, there's one thing I like about Warcraft 2 a lot. Warcraft 2 is when Blizzard established the Blizzard look. You know the look, the kind of pseudo-cartoony-ish look they've got going on. Like semi-realistic, but also kind of cartoony. With cartoony proportions. That is the Blizzard look, and it was established here in this game. Thank you, Necro Gangster. Much obliged the sub, sir. Thank you. Now, I gotta kind of do this weird thing to jot that down, because this game does not like being streamed. There we go. Okay, there we go. So, we can actually mouse around now. And we can select multiple units at once. Holy crap.
Zug.
We can also do this. And actually right-click. Holy crap. Everything's still hotkeyed. It was hotkeyed in the first game, so that's nothing new. You could do what, Mike Romano? Which thing that I just said could you do in Warcraft 1?
Zug.
Okay. So yes, but also no. You could not do this in Warcraft 1. That was impossible. In Warcraft 1, what you had to do was this.
Zugdog. What? Look out. Missed me. Ew, that tickles. I would not do such things if I were you. My tummy feels funny. Excuse me. Glortuk.
Oh yeah, this game also did one other thing that the first game didn't do. It had a good soundtrack. Actually, Warcraft 1's soundtrack wasn't bad for the time. I'll give it that. This game's soundtrack is amazing. In fact, I think this game has a better soundtrack than Warcraft 3. Yeah, they do kind of have a Yoda thing going on. Still pretending as if the roads are there. Well, because Warcraft 3 would be easier to remake by Kramano. Crush, Kill, and Destroy. Now, there's a game I haven't played in a long time. Yes, XM, that is correct.
Work complete.
Oh, I can't do it anymore. I used to actually do a pretty good orc voice.
Ready to work. Swobo.
Still no queue. You still can't queue people for a creation. No autocast. But there's no smart gathering either. Like, they'll gather from a mine and then stop when it's broken, when it runs out of resources. They'll gather from a patch of terrain, but if they can't find any other lumber nearby, they'll just give up on it. Oh, they'll never do that, Mr. Floyd Pinkerton. We know they'll never do that. Where's the money in it? I'm amazed they're making Warcraft 3 Reforged at all, to be completely blunt.
Ready to work, Dabu.
Alright. Now, this is a decent game. Passable, acceptable, kind of sucks. But, can I just say there's one aspect about Warcraft 2 that, in my opinion, is legitimately bad. Can anyone guess what it is? If you know me, you know it's not about the graphics or the technology. It's specifically a design choice. And of course, Takoida gets there immediately. Damn it, Takoida. So, there is a finite number of resources in every map. Now, you could say, well, that's true with all such games. But no, I mean, there is a finite number of resources in every map. And it basically varies from map to map how limited you are on resources. And there's no real clear indicator of that. It is extremely easy to build yourself into a corner in this game. Yeah, there are some levels, some missions, where you'll probably end up finding yourselves restarting the mission because you either built the wrong things or lost too many units, because that's the end of it. There are not enough resources to actually try again, basically. Yeah, there are issues with that, and it causes some very significant problems later on. Let's go kill some human scum, shall we? Yeah, they added an attack move in this one.
We're being attacked!
That's an elven scum. Death to the elves. Death to the elves.
Zug.
God, there's like a delay for them doing anything. What do you mean, Leander? Oh, for the enemy? No. They have infinite resources. Anyway, someone asked if video games in general were banned in China, and the answer is I think so. But that was lifted like a while ago.
We're being attacked!
Death to the elves.
Zug.
Zug. Yeah, technically all RTS games have finite resources on a map, but trust me when I say it was nowhere near to the level of this game. There are multiple missions I could name, well, not off the top of my head, but there are multiple missions I would recognize where it's like, oh god! Because I had to restart them over and over because my build order was basically wrong. Oh, the humans in Mist of Pandaria, easily.
We're being attacked!
The sole surviving member. Total Annihilation doesn't count because they don't actually have the same resource system at all. It's a good resource system, but it really is a different resource system completely. Which is good. What do you mean, Pika? Did I make a video on the Warcraft movie? I think I did. We did a stream about it, and that should be up on the VODs. So, hypothetically, it should be there.
Work complete. Loktar. Dabu.
We did it! Nation of Azeroth.
Our spies report that a band of human soldiers have captured a war party led by Troll Commander Zuljin and have taken them to a secret prison near the township of Hillsbrad. Seeing an opportunity to place these captives in debt to the Horde, Doomhammer sends you to ransom Zuljin and his trolls and return them to their own encampment nearby. The war chief believes that this raid upon the unsuspecting prison will strike terror into the hearts of those who would dare resist the Horde.
I mean, who would dare resist the Horde, honestly? That's right, no one. No, Linkinski. In fact, I should add that to the forbidden list because technically I refuse to play it. So, if you want, that's a good idea. Hang on, I'm going to go put that on the forbidden list right now. I can't believe it's not on the forbidden list. Hang on. Customize. Where's the forbidden list? There it is. Secondary, forbidden list. Yeah, Skyward Sword is on the forbidden list, that is correct. If you have to ask why it's forbidden, you've never heard me talk about it. It is, in fact, on the website. In fact, it's on the main page on the website. No, I didn't, Mr. Floyd Pinkerton, excuse me. There you go. Skyward Sword has been formally added to the forbidden list. It's always been on the forbidden list. That's my fault for not actually adding it to the list. What do you mean, Zelo? Explain yourself, sir. Phantom Hourglass I could make happen if I had to, I just don't want to. Spirit Tracks is the more difficult one. Oh. No, the only reason I ever stopped taking new games into consideration was because I had a huge backlog that was getting worse and worse and worse. That's not a problem anymore. I am no longer at a point in my life where I am so far behind on everything that I have to discontinue taking new editions. So in short, no. Unless I really screw up with my job, I will never refuse new editions again. That should never be a thing. Phantom Hourglass was not good, but there's worse. No, Spirit Tracks is the real problem there. Wait, what? Oh yeah, we're still going to do reaping cycles regularly. I'm not going to leave everything up there forever.
Work complete.
Excuse me. In my opinion, Spirit Tracks is the overall superior game. However, Spirit Tracks had a issue, which I'm probably misremembering, that made it so I physically was incapable of completing it. So... Hey look, it's Zul'jin. Yes, that's Zul'jin. Yeah, so rescuable units. We're just showing more and more stuff they added with this game. They actually added a lot of new concepts to this game. I mean, as much as there are issues with Warcraft 2, and there are, this game was heads and shoulders above Warcraft 1. Like, this was... I'm not even sure I could come up with another example of how severely stark the improvement to gameplay was between one game to the next game. Like, I usually think of that as the Mega Man thing, Mega Man 1 to Mega Man 2. No. Warcraft 1 to Warcraft 2 was a huge jump in quality. Now, even Assassin's Creed 1 to 2 wasn't as big as this. This was just... Do we expect booing? No. Not really. No, even Mario 1 and Mario 2 wouldn't be as big as this. GTA 2 to 3 I could kind of give you, but I also don't think it really counts, so... Remind me, Pillars of Snow. Yeah, I didn't bother to update it, Plutonia. Because I don't care. I mean, I've switched games like 5 times. I'm not going to update it each time. That would be insane and irrelevant. Any motion control Wii games I would stream? Probably. By the way, objectives that don't involve killing the enemy. I don't want to spoil too much for people who haven't seen it so far, but it was a nice scene. It made me laugh. 1 hour, 14 minutes, 10 seconds. But yes, Ganas. People have already linked 2 in my Discord, Diesel Edge, although I'm not pulling up either of them. I've got something else to do.
For a final strike on Hillsbrad, the war chief directs you to begin construction of facilities for the Orcish Armada near the South Shore region. Zul'jin and his trolls, eager to take revenge upon the humans who imprisoned them, have agreed to aid the Horde by supplying axe throwers and destroyers to assist in defending your South Shore operation. A shipyard must be constructed in order to build our wave riders, and you will need much of the black liquid known as oil to build your fleet. Our assault on Hillsbrad cannot begin until your task is completed.
Okay. So you remember when the... You probably don't remember this, but... How many of you remember... Ooh. Dinner! How many of you remember the advertising campaigns for this game? And how they emphasized over and over and over, oh my god, they have ship combat, and that was like the selling point.
Arg, you're the captain. You're the captain. I would love to. Ahoy! I would love to. You're the captain.
See? Ship combat. Alright. Isn't that amazing?
Zug, swobu.
Yes and no, Ganas. It would actually be a pain to play some of the others, so I'm not bothering.
Arg, ahoy, 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 you're the captain, ahoy, you're the captain, ahoy.
Bill Roper, that was his name. Yeah, that's Bill Roper. He was their only voice actor in Warcraft 1, and he was their major voice actor for a lot of their early games. He played Phoenix, Diablo, gosh, what else? Obviously, the orcs and humans, the default orcs and default humans, that's him.
Zug.
That's him right there. Fine. Just for you. Dude, hang on.
Zug. Ready to work.
Baremu. Remu.
There you go, just for you.
Zugtog.
Hello, Sakage. And hello, bros.
Jonathax, you the boss. You the boss. You the boss. Chukami. Alright. You the boss. Okay. Okay. You the boss. You the boss. Okay. You the boss. You the boss. You the boss.
I don't know, Dakota.
You the boss. Complete. You the boss. We're being attacked.
No, FM Nito, I am not.
Alright.
I don't think it will be good enough or bad enough to justify it. I hope to be wrong. One way or the other, but I am not expecting much.
Okay, alright. Alright.
Uh-oh, that's bad. Yeah, I just lost that fight. Whatever.
Zug Zug.
And hi, Kevin. Expecting mobile games announcements? Yeah.
Hi, matey. I would love to.
Oh yeah, so, pissed sounds.
Hi, matey. Hi, matey. Arg. Hello. Who wants to sing? Yes, Captain? Work complete. Kabu.
Okay.
Ready to work, Dabu. Dabu.
It's okay, Huthor. You don't have to defend it. I mean, I guess you do, since Casual said something, but, you know. I didn't say anything negative about mobile games. I was just answering the question that someone said there would probably be mobile games. I'm being nice and, well, boring, really.
Ready to work.
Like, I really don't think there's going to be anything today, to be completely honest. Other than the stuff we're pretty sure is going to be there. God, I hope I'm wrong. Oh, come on, let me be wrong. Let there be something awesome.
Ready to work.
I can understand that, Huthor, but at the same time, I mean, it's really easy to see why mobile games have such a bad rap, right? Like, you do at least get that, right? Yes, I will, Mr. Floyd Pinkerton. I do every year, so... Really?
Swobo.
Nah, let's go and just do that. See, I don't actually agree with that, Uthor, to be completely blunt. Like, okay. Your statement is true if it's 1978. And what's funny is you were absolutely right, because that was the public attitude, that games suck, because of what the Atari was doing, and because of the flood of garbage. It was so bad that games as an aggregate had a negative
Ready to work.
I can't think of the word. God, I can't think of any words today. What is wrong with me? Wake up, Laura. Association. We'll go with association. Negative association. Because of the garbage. Because there was so much of it, and it choked the industry. So, mobile games. Now, it is entirely possible that something will come along and do the same thing Nintendo did for mobile games. And in fact, if I could be so bold, we've already seen the first tips of that. I don't know if it'll go anywhere, but the Apple Arcade actually is kind of leaning in that direction. Because the Apple Arcade is, and I'm going to say this as bluntly as I can, actual mobile games that you can actually buy. As opposed to what I usually refer to as mobage. Mobile garbage. So who knows? Maybe we will get a Nintendo thing. But for right now, it's pretty understandable why people look at mobile games and just vomit everywhere. It's because there is so much mobage that it's choking the market. Now, there is one other thing to add on to that. And this is kind of... Oh, I just screwed myself over. Yep, nope, I think I just lost the map. I just lost the map.
We're being attacked! We're being attacked!
Thank you very much, Valkorian.
We're being attacked!
Much obliged and appreciate, sir. As always, thank you. And you know the question. But yeah, I mean... Garbage, sorry. I guess I could. Oh wow, they do a lot more damage than I remember them doing. Yeesh. There's nothing innately bad about the platform. I agree. But screw mobile games, seriously. I'm sorry. I'm just poking fun at this point. I am as tolerant as I can make myself be about mobile games. And that's all I can do on that one. I can only smile so much, you know? I mean, at what point do you want me to just stop being honest? Because I can do that.
Ready to work.
Why is he not...
Dabu. Itok.
So, now that I
Dabu.
screwed up. Now, you guys, just to add a little bit of perspective here. Part of the reason, this is going to sound weird, part of the reason I tend to be so anti... yeah, I usually do a Pika, but not always. Depends on what it is. Part of the reason I'm so against mobage is because I am good friends with two mobile game... Well, two people who have been mobile game developers. And you know what? They hated it. I have heard so many horror stories about what it's like developing mobile games from the mouths of the actual developers, and it's just, oh, God. I have not said the word MOBA once. I know it's hard to understand because I'm a terrible human being, but I'm saying mobile. This thing.
Ready to work.
Don't you have phones? That thing.
Dabu.
You got it, Valkorian. What developer? I don't know who you're talking about, Niscosta. Valkorian towards Cyberpunk. You got it. And thank you again, Valkorian. No, it's an attempt to say mobile garbage. That's the whole point. Mobile garbage. So. And that's why I try to make that distinction, because there's mobile games, which probably exist. No, there are. And then there's mobage.
Ready to work.
Mobage can go to hell.
Zug, you're the captain.
Plants vs. Zombies 2 was a good mobile game. It isn't anymore. I can't recommend it anymore. I'm not sure, actually. Here, let's look that up. So I don't have to alt-tab anymore. Let's look up some release dates here. No, 2. You got... I hate this freaking thing. Okay, so Warcraft 2 was 96. And... that can't be right.
Work complete.
That isn't right. What? Hang on. There we go. Yep. Red Alert was also 96. Say, I'd give that one to Warcraft 2. Sorry. Don't mistake me. Red Alert 1's a good game. Well, no, that's not true. Red Alert 1's an enjoyable game. But...
Ahoy! Ready to work.
yeah, Plants vs. Zombies 2 was a legitimately good game.
Building ship.
And then it became... basically, they turned it into MOBAs, just to say that as bluntly as I can. They just really pushed that button hard. So I don't even recommend people play it anymore. I think it has been legitimately ruined. I see your point, Huthor. I even agree with your point. I just don't think there's anything that can be done about it. Like, I'm in a no-win scenario on this one. This whole thing is so messed up, I've just kind of washed my hands of it. I walk away from it. Like, I try really hard to distinguish between mobile games and mobage. I don't always succeed. That's on me. But that's about as much as I got in my tank at this point. Thank you very much, Maze. Much obliged the support, sir. Thank you. Raptor One, however, he's just pure evil. That's okay, because he's still subscribed, so he gets a ticket to the Not Evil Club, so thank you very much, Raptor One. Much obliged as always, sir. Thank you. And you happen to know where you would like to put that sub for funding for a future stream? If so, just let me know. Now, I will continue to make the distinction between real games and mobage, but that's because mobage is not, by definition, a real game. However, there are real mobile games. That's why I make the distinction between mobile game and mobage. God. You know what weirded me out the most about playing this game? No, I'm not going to have a lunch break. I don't think I'll have time for it. Really? Whoop. Actually, go over here.
Yes, Captain.
Yep. Hurry.
You're the captain. Ready to work. You're the captain. I would love to.
Come on.
We're being attacked.
So,
Lord,
God, that would be horrible, Huthor. Wait, a mobile game or a mobage game? Because there's a distinction. And that I've been making many, many times. Gwent doesn't count. That's not a mobile game. That's a game that was ported to mobile. No, it does matter to me. You're right, though. If it was mobile, whatever, people would probably eat them alive. And, I mean, like I said, Atari. You already made the point. It's already kind of clear-cut there. But yeah, Gwent is not a mobile game any more than KOTOR is a mobile game. That's not how that works. Well, thank you very much, Wowdara. Much appreciate the sub, sir. Thank you. And let me go ahead and jot down for Cyberpunk. It sounds familiar, Cloud of the Stars. Whoops. But I'm going to go and say no, because it just sounds familiar.
Ahoy! I would love to. I would love to.
What do you mean, Micromono? Yeah, FF6 is on the iOS too. In fact, I have FF6 on my phone. FF6 is not a mobile game. A game that is ported to a system that's not a such and such game. StarCraft is not an N64 game.
We're being attacked! You're the captain.
So, one of the things they built into Warcraft 2, which I actually don't like, is there's a built-in delay to their actions. Like, watch this. There's a command, and then they move. There's a command. Hang on. Okay, there's the command, and then they move. Like, there's just this occasional delay. I don't actually know enough about this game to know why it exists. It's only with the naval units. It's weird. And it doesn't always happen. That's the really strange part. Oh, maybe it's when... Because what I'm doing is an attack move, so maybe they're not moving until their attack delay is up. Which is weird if it's true, but I could see that. You got it, Raptor One. Give me a moment. So noted. I mean, I noticed that back in the day. I just didn't know what the hell was doing. I figured it was a design choice thing. What are my objectives for this mission? 4 oil platforms. Okay, that's easy. More destroyers. Now I'm actually thinking. So Plague Inc., that's a mobile game. Plants vs. Zombies 2 was a mobile game.
Done building ship.
Help me out, guys. What are some other mobile games? Not Mobage. Actually good mobile games.
Ahoy!
Oh yeah, the pathfinding was improved in this game too, such as it is.
Zug zug.
Yeah, we're done with Blackthorn. We beat the game, totally. What makes a mobile game mobile?
Building ship. Aye, matey.
I mean, it's a game that is designed to be played in that format, that style, right? Like, I mean, you can't look at Civilization 6 and say that's a console game. It is, but it was not designed as a console game, right? Actually, yeah, Fallout Shelter was, and I have to say that past tense, because I haven't played it in like 2 years, a pretty good mobile game when it came out. So I'll actually give you that one.
Yes, Captain? Yes, Captain?
Hey, you're probably thinking of the Warcraft Adventures browse.
You're the captain.
I forget the full name of it. It was the thing that was going to introduce
Ahoy!
Thrall.
I would love to. I would love to.
Yeah, then we've got the in-between things. What do you decide about a game that was clearly designed to be both mobile and PC? Hearthstone is a good example of that. I have no idea, Pika. I've never played it. Not the end-alone one. Does mobile games have a place in E3? So, the answer is yes. Even though that's going to get me, you know, tarred and feathered. But, yeah, no, mobile games absolutely have a place at E3. Mobage does not have a place anywhere. Mobage has no reason to exist. However, mobile games do. Now, it's not because of, you know, any kind of thoughts of equality or anything like that. Although that's always nice, too.
Ahoy! I would love to.
Come on. There we go. No, my reasoning is more due to the fact that E3 is, and really always has been, about the investors in the industry. And those kind of people care about money. And mobile games make money. So,
Done building ship. Yes, Captain.
the end. You know?
I would love to.
Oh, actually, no. Let's go over
I
here.
would love to.
Money milking programs. Yeah, you remember the $100,000 a single person spent on the Transformers Mobage game?
I would love to.
God.
You're the captain.
No, I'm pointing it out. Because... Well, because the world is horrible.
You're the captain on building ship. I would love to. I would being a
That would be almost funny, though. They spent even more.
Ahoy! Ahoy!
Good morning, Rax. Real quick, they announce a mobile game. What's your reaction? We're just trying to prove a point here.
I would love to. You're the captain. Ahoy! Ahoy! I would love to.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. I actually am anticipating some Diablo Immortal news.
I would love to. Work
If you
complete.
can call such a thing
Yes,
that.
Captain. Ahoy!
Oh, wrong button. There we go.
Zog.
Yes, Overwatch 2. On the phone.
Done building ship. Ahoy! Ahoy! I would love to.
I will go ahead and admit something, too. I am biased against mobile games.
You're the captain.
Not Mobage, mobile games.
Ahoy!
Now, the reason why is actually really simple. I did ask that, Uthor. I hate playing games on this. Like, from a purely interface perspective, I hate this as a game-playing device. This is awful for me. That is my one and only reason for disliking mobile games. That is my bias, and I will admit... Well, okay, that's not true. That is one of two reasons why I have bias against mobile games. Not just Mobage, but even mobile games. The other is what Mobage is doing to the industry, which insults me on a deeply personal level.
Work hard. You're the captain. I would love to.
What do you think? What would you want the actual gameplay to be, Huthor? Like the core element of it? I have not played KOTOR on mobile. No, I don't have any reason to. If I want to play KOTOR, I will play it on my computer. Anyway, sorry. BlizzCon is in 47 minutes and 33 seconds. Whoever's asking that.
Work complete.
That's really messed up, Harriman. Victory. I'm up to a peon, guys. Woo! I'm not sure if that's the pre-show or the show. In fact, I should start looking to see. I should just pull the show channel up here, because, yeah. And believe it or not, no, Platinum Pineapple. I don't have those kind of minutes in my day anyways, and if I did, I'd play the Switch. No, Tigsar, I'm just sitting here doing a BlizzCon restreaming stream because I've decided not to restream BlizzCon. I hate BlizzCon. I hate everything. I am toxic lore. Give in to the darkness. This should be it, I think. Mute. Mute! Okay, I could see that, Uthor. And I do think or AR games, excuse me, have, you know, some real potential. And potential that isn't being hit, because AR games don't make as much money. You know what makes money? Mobage. That's not conjecture. Mobage makes tons of money.
Is well supplied with the precious black substance that your tankers have amassed. Doomhammer feels it is time to make a gruesome example of Hillsbrad. With the aid of new foundry sites that allow you to construct more advanced ships, you may build transports to deliver your forces across the channel to the cowering human settlement. All who oppose the Horde must be taught a harsh lesson. Leave no one alive.
See, Sylvanas was just obeying Orgrim. It explains everything. So this is the first real mission, I think. Pretty sure. Like, the first mission where the enemy AI actually does something. Up until now, it's all been tutorial stuff. Oh, right. No, WoW has done a few things with oil, but only very tiny things. Every now and again.
You're the captain. You're the captain. I love you. You're the captain. I love you. Ahoy! I would love to. Ahoy!
Yeah, oil was one of the major resources
I would love to.
in 2, and then just dropped. Even when they re-added ships in Frozen Throne, they didn't re-add oil.
You're the captain. You're the captain. Ahoy! Nabu, Zug Zug. Arg?
Ah, that's right. I actually forgot about that. So oil has been in Warcraft 2, and the second garrison in Warlords, which I forgot about.
Ahoy! Ahoy!
Oh yeah, I didn't do his pissed sounds yet.
Would you want me to? Do you want the axe? Do you want the axe? I got the axe for you. Work complete. Say hello to my little friend. Would you want me to?
Actually, this is a troll ship in lore.
You're the captain. Ahoy. I would love to.
Which is funny, because the elven ships are actually in WoW. I don't think this ship has ever made an appearance in WoW.
I would love to.
The ogre ship has, once. Ever.
Dabu. Zug Zug.
Yeah, the Juggernaut. The Van Cleefenator, I believe, is the formal term for it.
Ready to work.
Actually, what submarines have been in WoW.
Dabu.
Several times, in fact. Oh, for God's sakes.
Zug Zug.
Don't think so. But there's only one way to be sure. And that's to get more gold. As I say, submarines, there's a submarine in not Najatar, the other one, Vashir. In fact, there's several submarines in Vashir.
Ready to work. Gloktar.
In a cutscene that was so bugged, they had to just remove it from the game for a while there. But no, WoW has only one big underwater thing, really. Najatar does not count, because... And so many people complained they've never done it since. Which is a shame, because Najatar is actually one of my favorite zones in the game. Seriously. I'm not saying that to be contrarian. It's a really well-done quest arc. And wonderful design and incredibly atmospheric, and I love the full three-dimensionality of it, and I love how they make it so it's not a pain to get from point A to point B, and there's great atmosphere to it, and yada 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 yada.
Zug Zug. Zug Zug. Zug.
What did I say other than Vashir? Did I actually say Najatar? God damn it. No, yes. Vashir. Now, Najatar is... I don't know what Najatar is, really. Najatar is this.
Work complete. Zug.
And yeah, it's actually not Najatar. It's Najjatar. And I hate how they pronounce it. They have pronounced it. We know how it's supposed to be said, Najjatar. But God, I hate that pronunciation. So I'm going to keep calling it Najjatar if that's cool with everyone. It's not cool? Alright. Hang on. I'll get the Stabinator. Where's the Stabinator?
Work complete. Lord Hook. Swabu.
I don't know. We might not be cool. Okay, we're cool. Sorry, just pulling something up over here. I don't want to miss their pre-show, which will probably be terrible. I'm sorry, I guess that sounds negative, doesn't it? It's so hard. Come on, Lord. You can do it. You can do it. Ugh. That is true, Dakota. That's not Blizzard's fault. Let's go ahead and put this...
Zug.
You're right. Kingdom Hearts 3 is the worst video game ever made, objectively. Hang on. The current countdown is 38 minutes, 48 seconds. I'm just going to make it so I can see that normally. There we go. Treasure Planet's the worst game ever. Wait. Actually, I like Treasure Planet. I can't speak ill of that. You know what I didn't like? Tarzan. Which was actually the first time they used the deep whatever system, and ugh. Yep. Welcome to Warcraft 2 Reforged. It's looking flashy. And that's why Tarzan is the best Disney game or film ever made. I would like Tarzan a lot better if they changed only 2 things about it. Because really, I only have 2 major complaints about it. Can anyone guess what they are? Just curiosity.
Ready to work, huh? Zug.
Phil Collins is one of them, yes. It really is. And I know what you're thinking. Ah, you just hate Phil Collins. No. No, the reason that the Phil Collins thing doesn't work for me is, and I've said this before, every Phil Collins song, for there are multiple, 37 minutes, 2 seconds. Every Phil Collins song in the film, for there are multiple, all have the exact same tonality to them. Like, other than the lyrics, they sound like the same song, basically. And they are played for drastically different scenes. Scenes which it doesn't make sense for that tone of song to be played. Tarzan. Disney's Tarzan, Resident Lever. And hi. That's what bothers me about the Phil Collins thing. The other thing is the final act, which... I have to admit, I never noticed the problem with the last act until I went back through and had analysis mode on. But the final act has many issues, and it makes sense, because now I know why. You see, originally, Tarzan was actually supposed to go basically the same way the book did. The final act was supposed to be Tarzan going back to Britain. And, you know, that was going to be the termination of the adventure over there. And they threw that out pretty far into development. Like, they had already written most of the script and sketched out most of the storyboards for Act 3 when they changed it. And then all of a sudden, shunk! No, we need a new Act 3. Okay. Clayton's evil. Guns. Reunification. And Jane decides to stay behind. Okay, go! And Act 3 just... It's not terrible, but it's very obvious that they threw it together at the last minute. Hey, Juanta. 35 minutes left. So... Yes, they are, Blackfowl. One of your first quests as an orc is around peons. God, I can't talk. What is wrong with me today? Let's take one more. Yep, you gotta smack him to wake him up and get him back to work. Lazy peons. Listen, concussions are good for the soul. That's why I can't think of anything today. For the Christmas horde. I'd say it sounds like the Tolkien estate racks, but they've actually laxened, loosened their grip a lot in recent years. I love the Christmas colorings for some of these buildings. I think it's the human barracks? No, it's not. It's the... One of the human things actually has Christmas lights in the snow tile set. I forget which one, though. It might be the goblin thing. I know at least one of these has Christmas lights. I remember that very distinctly.
Work complete.
You never forget Christmas lights like that.
Swobo.
I don't believe so, Zastel. No, I could be wrong, though. So I'm going to go with I don't know. No, you cannot kill Santa. Although...
We're being attacked! Loktar! 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 Dabu! Swobo! Work complete!
I'm trying to remember if the dwarves are in Warcraft 2.
Loktar!
And I can't remember. They've got the Wildhammer. The Wildhammer dwarves are in Warcraft 2. So either way, if one of the Wildhammer dwarves are actually is Santa, then you can kill him. There you go. God, what is with my head today? I woke up at like 6. That's probably part of the problem here. And I couldn't get back to sleep, so I got some, work done on the website. No, the mortar team was in Warcraft 3. The sappers were in Warcraft 2.
Ready to work.
Does anyone remember what the instant build cheat is?
Work complete.
Ah, it doesn't matter.
Ready to work. Swabble.
Yeah, I hate sleeping. It's coarse and rough, and it gets everywhere.
Ready to work.
Well, we'll see, Tesla.
Done building ship.
I wonder why they did that, Magister.
Aye, matey.
Those poor sleeping bags. What did they do to deserve this?
I would love to. Work complete.
Actually, you know what?
Zug.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's have like a May Winnie the Pooh drinking game. What do you guys say? Just for fun. What do you think? Is it starting? I don't see anything. Hang on. Nope, still don't see anything. I also don't see Magister. Damn it, yet Magister. How could you do this to me? Thank you very much, though. Much obliged to the sub, sir. And if you happen to know where you want to put that, let me know. Yeah, I don't see them as live, Magister. On YouTube or Twitch.
Done building ship. Arg, you're the captain.
Although I should probably go ahead and quit this game. Yeah, there's something that's built into my brain. F10EXX. I know that by heart all these years later. Alright. Well, no, they're probably going to do a pre-show. So let's go ahead and kind of get set up for this, shall we? Give me a moment here. Let's pull this up. BlizzCon protesters are handing out free May shirts. Sorry, I shouldn't be as amused by that as I am. There we go. 7 minutes, 50 seconds. Okay, so we're getting down to the wire here. So let's mute that for now. All right. Let me go ahead and... God, oh my God. What is wrong with me today? Wake up, Laura. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Let's shuffle down here. Let's get some music going, because I'm already tired of the silence. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Gotta make ourselves super tiny for the day. Hey, guys! So here's a question for you guys. No judgment, I'm just idly curious. If you could choose between this being somehow, impossibly, no, I'm kidding. But if you could choose this be just a really awesome BlizzCon, or a very hilarious BlizzCon, and let's assume they're mutually exclusive, which would you prefer? I'd rather have awesome too. But I mean, they're not at the Bethesda levels, but I mean, it's kind of like Pico over there. He's not at the Bethesda levels. There we go. He's much better than Bethesda. Okay. Thank you very much, Pico. Much obliged and appreciate, sir. As always, thank you. If you happen to know where you want to put that, let me know. You know what? I'm going to do something here.